I'm an old school man. I only wanna fall in love once with an old school girl. Old school girl, old school girl. When I know, I'll know. Hand in hand like left, right, oh. Bonnie and Clyde. You can have whatever you like when it's you and I. We can have the world. See us coming like left, right, oh. Are you?
Hello DQ family, welcome back to another video.
Another one.
If you are new to this channel, welcome. I am Q and this is my husband D, and as you can see, we've got another member of the family below at the bottom of your screen that we're going to introduce. But first, y'all, we've got to tell y'all just a real quick snippet of what happened. If you have not seen the birth vlog, please watch that right now.
Absolutely.
It is definitely an experience that you don't want to miss. It just pretty much it is in the eyes of my husband.
Yep.
And so I actually watched it for the first time last week, so yeah, definitely watch it. He did a phenomenal job. So watch that and then come back to this video so you'll know what we're talking about. But anywho, so babe, you want to jump us off about the snippet, how it all went down in your eyes, and then I'll say mine.
Yeah. So it all started on like Memorial Day. just your average ordinary day. You know, that's how they say it in the movies. But nah, really, I was doing some stuff. And Bae was still asleep, so when she woke up maybe about noon or 1, you came to check on me and you had told me that you were having contractions. So now she's had like Braxton Hicks, you know, but we know the difference between the two. And you know, we just kind of went through the day. We were monitoring. I mean, the one thing we did know is that Memorial Day was the week of, you know, him being due, you know, so we definitely knew that. We definitely knew that, but we didn't know that we wouldn't actually meet that June 4th date. So June 4th was his original arrival.
That was my due date.
So we're just going through Memorial Day. I had done some grilling the day before, so I think we were eating leftovers. But to rewind, we visited Sonic, you know. So if you have not watched again the labor and delivery vlog, I talked about Sonic in that video, so I'm not going to talk about it again. But you will know exactly what, you know, why we love Sonic and what it means to us. But we visited Sonic,
right?
And then we came back home, you know, and then Bae was just, even on the way to Sonic, Bae was just really experiencing cramps, like hard cramps, you know. So we got back home and she called the doctor, and we were just kind of explaining what was going on. A couple questions they wanted to know was, had the mucus plug dropped, and had her water broke? And the answer to both of those questions were no. So that's pretty much, we pretty much got shut down. It was pretty much like, wait, keep waiting, you know, it could change in 30 minutes, it could change in 3 hours, it could change in 2 days, you know. So we're like, all right, so we just waiting. So we tried to sit down. No, we went and ate some leftovers finally. And then we tried to watch a movie. So we watching the movie, and Bae's next to me, oh, I'm like, pause. You good, Bae? What's going on? She's like, I'm good. Play. Oh, I'm like, oh shoot. So I just turned the movie off at that point. She's talking about, you can keep playing it. I know what's going on. I don't. I have no idea what's going on in this movie because you keep making noises. So
That's funny.
I turned the movie off, you know, I'm trying to focus on her, trying to figure out what's going on. So we go through the day, we talk to our parents, you know, telling them what was going on during that time. And finally, I would say maybe about 9:30ish, you ran to the bathroom.
Yeah,
about 9:30.
Maybe 9:30,
9:30, 10.
something like that.
Well, actually, it was 10:18, right? That was the stamp that we put in the last video.
Yeah.
So 10:18 is when she called, and before that, she called me in the back. She was like, "Babe," I was like, "What's going on?" She was like, "I think my mucus plug dropped." I was like, "Wait, what?" And I said, "What I said?" I said, "It's time to go."
Yeah.
You know, so
I was still okay. This is your story. Go ahead.
yeah, so I was like, it's time to go. So leading up to that, we had already had the car packed. Bags had been packed in the car. Car seat was in the car for about a strong 2 to 3 weeks. You know, so we was already ready. But you know, you're going through your day. You know, you have dishes in the sink and different things that you have to do. So for me, I was trying to make sure that everything was taken care of before we left, you know, and I was trying to, you know, wash dishes and things like that. So while I'm telling her it's time to go, you know, she's on the phone telling them, hey, you know, my mucus plug dropped. They were like, how far apart are the contractions? At that point, they were like maybe 3 to 4 minutes apart, something like that. So they was like, all right, go ahead and come in, and we're gonna check it out to see what's going on. So, you know, we trying to get our last little toiletries and things like that together, hop in the car. As soon as I park in the parking deck, we open the door, her water breaks. And so it's like, all right, now we check 2 things off the list. So we're trying to walk into the triage area, and you know, they're basically violating my wife, like trying to check her cervix and see how much she's dilated. It was just a lot, man. Like just being in that room, like you want to do something, but you know this is a part of the process, you know. And then like they had, you know, one nurse that couldn't tell how much she had dilated, then they had another nurse come in and do the same thing, like back to back. I'm like, whoa, like wait a minute, you know. So man, from my eyes, like, and again, I filmed the video, the labor and delivery vlog. So for the 3rd time in this video, if you have not watched that, I highly encourage you to do so, because that's going to be, you know, the full, you know, scope of everything that, you know, I saw, you know, and, you know, you got to see my wife and things like that. So I'm going to just kind of cut my, you know, conversation short, but just my initial thoughts, man, like very emotional. Definitely a very blessed time, you know, just to be able to have a successful delivery, you know, to be able to have both of them here with me. Everybody's healthy, and honestly, it was just a great joy, you know. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna let my wife talk. But first, let me change this battery.
So just to tell you a little bit about my side, picking up from where D left off. So get to the hospital again, water breaks as soon as I step out the car, water breaks. And keep in mind, like before we left to go to the hospital, I made it my mission to take a shower because I wanted to be fresh and clean before we went into the hospital, and that shower went directly in vain. So it was like, what was the point of taking a shower? Because as soon as I stepped out of the car, water went down my entire back. The entire back of my right leg. So it is what it is. It's part of the process.
Man, that's just how my wife is. Like, we trying to get ready to go. I hear the shower water turn. I'm like, you finna get in the shower? It's time to go. Like,
and keep in mind, he was super nervous. Now I won't say nervous. You were more like, let's go, like you wasting time,
right,
type of thing. Because you know this is our first child, so we don't truly know how long it takes, you know, for the baby to get here. But I mean, again, like they kept harping with your first child, you know, it's not gonna come right away, like you got time. So I was like, oh, I got time, so let me go get in the shower real quick. So we get to triage. I'm 5 centimeters dilated. keep in mind that Dee already told you about the 2 nurses that came in and checked my cervix. So that's total oh, what's the matter? The hiccups getting it. So that's total violation in itself. I just felt like whatever I had ate that day for Memorial Day, the lady was touching it. Like I was like, oh my gosh, you can't find my cervix? Like, oh my goodness. So that was that. Then they found out that I was 5 centimeters dilated, so they went ahead and admitted us. And so get to the, now Bae's gonna have to tell you about this part, but so they were like, do you want the epidural? Do you want the epidural? And so the pain that I'm feeling at this moment, I'm like, absolutely, I want the epidural. So, because what they were trying to figure out was, did I want it now or did I want it later? Because you could choose when you decide to get it. And so they did say that the anesthesiologist that was on site that night preps very slow, or he takes his time to prep, aka in my head I heard he preps very slow. So I was like, okay, well, go ahead and tell him to come on and prep, because, you know, like, I ain't trying to waste no more time. So it was time, so we get into the room. It's time for the anesthesiologist to come in and give me the epidural. So now I'm having contractions. You know, you have to bend over, hunch your back, and be extremely still. So I'm like, okay, how am I about to do this when these contractions are very, 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 very strong? So Bae, I don't know, Bae said he was moving like a turtle.
Yeah, he was moving so slow. He was moving backwards. Like, this man, like, and I can't show y'all, but when we decided to do this live, you know, after we finish posting these videos, then I'll do a full demonstration for y'all. But you got to be subscribed and you got to hit that bell notified for when that time comes. But I guarantee y'all, for those of y'all that are a part of the family, when we do decide to do this live, probably in a few weeks or so, I'll do a full demonstration of how slow this anesthesiologist was. Like, it blew my mind. Like, I thought, okay, maybe if I stop looking at him, he gonna move faster. So I turned my head, I'm trying to make sure she good. 5 minutes later, I turned back. This man's still in the same position, y'all, no lie. Like, he only had gotten 1 glove on. And you know how, like, on those Lifetime movies where, you know, those creeps put gloves on, then they, like, make sure all the fingers are in each glove, finger, like socket, and then they snap it at the end, like, all of that. But anywho, yeah, it's crazy.
So,
like,
and then on top of that, okay, so he moves slow. So another part, I don't want to say he stuck me wrong, but when he put the epidural in, it was more to my left than to my middle and right. So he was like, oh man, I gotta redo it. And I was like, say what? Redo it? That, like, y'all, that pain, that's a different type of pain.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that I have never felt. So I don't know, I was tripping about that part. Like, you gotta redo it. So fast forward, get to 7 centimeters dilated. After I got there, the epidural wore off. So my contractions came back pretty strong. They were, oh my gosh, they were strong. They hurt, and so my contractions got so strong that it made the baby's heart rate go down. So a team of doctors and nurses, like, rushed in our room.
Fleet.
Yeah, a fleet
of nosy nurses.
Yes, and so they came and, like, shook me, and then they gave me this shot in my arm to stop my contractions, to let his heart rate get back up. So that was like, that was, I don't say scary, but it was like, I don't know, they went about that kind of, I don't say wrong, huh?
Oh, I'm talking to you.
But it was just, just threw us off. And then later on they came back and was like, oh, we didn't mean to scare you, we were just at the nurse's desk and wanted to, and all of us decided to come help. But I'm like, but you definitely scared us. So it wasn't as big of a deal as they made it seem, which we're thankful for that. Fast forward, I'm 7 centimeters dilated, have been 7 centimeters dilated for hours at this point, and I'm not progressing.
About what, 5 hours?
Yeah, or so.
Yep.
And so at this point they're like, all right, here's your options. You can go ahead and do the cesarean, or you can continue to labor and we'll see what happens. If nothing happens, then you'll do the cesarean. So it's like, looks like I'm doing the cesarean.
Right.
So what are we waiting for at this point? So we'll end up doing the cesarean. I mean, and then like we couldn't do it right away because like we were like in the queue. So somebody else was getting their cesarean done, so we had to wait. So I said we waited about an hour. So yeah, that is what happened, and that's our story.
Yeah, and to make a long story short, you know, it's way more to it, you know, but y'all clicked on this video because you read the title.
So for the moment that you all been waiting for,
we might have to pause y'all one more time because this battery about to die. So
It's
we're working on two dead batteries. So it's just we're just letting the beat build right now. Letting the beat build, you know. So we're gonna change this battery.
In the
real
words
quick.
of Tabitha Brown, hold your mule. Alright, this same spot.
Yeah. Alright, y'all, we back. You know, it's a lot of things that go into this now, you know, so but anywho, you think they ready? Nah, they ain't ready.
They ain't ready.
They ready? Y'all ready?
They ready.
Now introduce. Nah, y'all ain't ready for that either. So let's start with his weight in inches.
Okay. So as y'all know, he was born on June 1st. So he kicks off the month for everybody.
Apparently everybody was saying Gemini baby. Like, I'm not into like the horoscopes, so alright, Gemini baby.
Right.
Okay.
Right. We gotta wrap this up, y'all, because he is hungry. Okay. But born on June 1st, he weighed a whopping 6 pounds and 7 ounces. Y'all thought he was gonna be a big baby. He wasn't.
We all did.
Yeah, so he was 6 pounds and 7 ounces and 20 inches long. So he's a long baby.
The thing with his weight is, we thought he was going to be a lot bigger, of course, so his clothes
Just
are pretty big.
they swallowed him.
I just be honest with you. I think that's just the best way to say it. His clothes are pretty big, you know, so we thought he'd be in 0 to 3, but he's in newborn.
And some newborn.
There's some newborn
about
still.
too big.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So,
well, my man tall and slim.
yep. So, all right. The moment y'all have all been waiting for. So y'all all know us. Again, I'm D. This is my wife Q. And we're 2/3 of D and Q Experience. We would like to now introduce y'all to the third of D and Q Experience.
Alright, man, I'm gonna take this from you just for a second. There we go.
Alrighty.
So introducing to everyone.
It's okay.
I know, yeah. Okay, let's give it back just for a second. We'll show you his face once he gets it together. But introducing to you all, we have, on the count of 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Legend.
That's his first name. This is our baby Legend. Let's see if he'll let me take it. There he is. Say hello, man. Let's see if he'll. There we go. Y'all see how big his clothes
How
are,
big his
y'all.
clothes is.
They too big. Say, hey, man.
You can see his hat
Say
says
hey.
Legend, and his outfit,
Yeah.
if he lets us show it,
There we go.
says
There we go.
Prince Legend has arrived.
Yeah.
So just in case y'all are trying to figure out the pronunciation of his name, is Legend with no D. So you would say Legend with a D. We drop the D and just name him Legend.
Yeah, so his name
So
is
we've already been
Legend.
getting, oh, it's a name Legend? Legend? What? I'm like, it just never fails. Like, somebody's always, you know, gonna pronounce something wrong, and then we already have the issue with our last name being pronounced wrong. So,
Exactly.
it's just a whole little thing. Like with my name, people always spell my first name wrong and mispronounce my last name. With my wife, they mispronounce her first and last name. And then now with our son, it looks like they're going to mispronounce his first and last name as well. So we're a family of mispronounced names.
Hey,
You know,
it
so
is,
that's just what it is.
Okay, because that means we are a special family. We are different.
Yep.
And yeah, this is here's the
It's
other
the whole
one.
family.
So here's the family. Say hey. Say hey, man. Say hey, man. Yes. So now y'all finally get to see little man's face.
And we'll, you know, we'll throw some pictures, you know, at the end of this, you know, to kind of see some different portraits that we took of him. But man, we definitely hope that this was worth the wait for y'all. And I promise we weren't trying to be on no like exclusive type, you know, paparazzi type stuff. But I mean, this is our son, you know, and we really wanted to do it the correct way.
Yeah,
you know,
we just
so
wanted to have some time with
just
him
wanted to have some time with him.
before the world had their
Yeah.
time with him.
Yep.
So
Yep.
nothing wrong with that, cause I mean, you know, we want our quality time with our baby.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. So again, without further ado, this is Legend. So he is now a part of the family, and still trying to figure out if we're gonna change our YouTube name. Kind of just trying to figure some things out. But again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for rocking with us the way y'all have, showing huge amounts of love.
Yeah. Oh, where you going, man?
And we also want to encourage you all that may be new, that have just stopped by, do something for us and hit that subscribe button. It's free. It costs you absolutely nothing. We don't want anything monetary. We just want y'all to just kind of join the family. But after you do that, the work is still not done. You still need to hit that bell to be notified. So when we drop new content featuring Legend, you will be well informed, so that way you can be prepared to watch our content. And also, this kind of goes without saying, but man, hit that like button. Hit the like button. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell to be notified, and hit that like button. And if you're on social media, our links are in the description below for you to kind of just keep up with us outside of YouTube. But from your boy D,
And your girl Q,
and our son Legend,
and your little man Legend.
we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace.